Hey guys, welcome to J-Man Fitness. My first video is going to be the basics of how to lose weight. It's going to be an intro video. I'm going to make several other videos on this. I don't want to make one really long video, so I'll just make several shorter ones. A little bit about my journey in fitness. I started working out a little over 5 years ago. Didn't really have any specific goals in mind. A year or so later, I decided to try to lose weight. I wanted to get lean, and I didn't know what I was doing. I became impatient with just trying to eat healthy, and I didn't know if what I was doing was working. So I basically kind of just starved myself. I kind of went on a crash diet where I wouldn't eat anything all day long, and I'd have one meal at night, one small meal, and that was it. Um, I'd lost a lot of weight really fast. I would say 15 pounds in like 2 to 3 weeks. Um, that's not the right way to do it, guys. Um, it was temporarily effective, but once I got off that crazy diet, I gained the weight right back because I didn't know what I was doing. And then last year, I decided to do some more research on this. Started researching what calories are, what macros are, how to count and track calories, and how is it you really lose weight? How is it you lose body fat? And one day it just kind of clicked, and I thought, okay, that makes sense. I think I get it now. And so I was really excited to apply it and try it to see if it worked. Well, I applied it, and it did work. I was 213 pounds, and I went down to 175 pounds in about 4.5 months. I was losing on average about 2 pounds per week. And doing that just proved it even further to myself that what the key really was to losing weight was knowledge. It wasn't some pill. It wasn't some weird diet. It was knowledge, because you can take someone's diet and follow it to the T, and you probably lose weight. But if you don't really know what you're doing or why it's working, if you don't know why it's working, it's less motivational. It's less. It gives you less inspiration, and it's easier to get unmotivated when you're running into walls with your weight loss. So I think the key here is for you guys to understand how it actually works and why it works. So here it is. First thing that you need to understand about losing weight is, in order to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit, okay? And you need to be in this deficit every day consistently, okay? What is a caloric deficit? All a caloric deficit is eating less calories than you burn, okay? If you burn 3,000 calories every day, let's just say without going to the gym or doing anything, just your normal routine, in order to be in a deficit, you have to eat less than 3,000 calories every day. And the farther you are in the deficit, in other words, the less calories you are eating, the faster the weight loss will come. But you don't want to be in too much of a deficit. So that's the bottom line. You need to be in a caloric deficit. You need to eat less calories than you burn. If you go to the gym and you work out 3, 4, 5 days a week or whatever, you are upping the amount of calories you burn. Therefore, you have more room to eat more and still lose weight, or eat the same and lose weight faster. So working out has all different kinds of benefits, obviously, but when you're talking about just being in a deficit, working out will put you in a further deficit because you're burning more. But that's for another video, another topic. That's the basic thing you need to learn about losing weight, is you need to be in a caloric deficit. Okay? And in order to know what your deficit needs to be, you have to first figure out what is your maintenance. What is the amount of calories that you burn in a day? Okay? That's what you need to figure out first. There are online calculators, a lot of them. All you got to do is Google calorie calculator or maintenance calories calculator, something like that, and stuff will pop up. It'll ask you for like your age, your sex, your height, your weight, and then it'll always ask for your activity level, and it'll be based on, it'll say, you know, very light activity, like you work in an office, or moderate activity level throughout the day, maybe you're a cleaner, or heavy activity like you're a construction worker. It'll kind of try to gauge how active you are during the day. You fill that all out, do it to as accurate as possible. It'll give you a number, and that number is not always going to be 100% accurate, but it's a starting point. So let's say you enter your information. It says you burn 3,000 calories a day. Okay, now it's time to get to work. 3,000 calories is the amount of calories you burn in a day. So you need to eat less than that. Usually it is 500 calories. If you deduct 500 calories from your maintenance, you'll lose about a pound a week if you eat that every day consistently. So 3,000 is your maintenance. You eat 2,500, and you eat that every day. You should lose about a pound a week. If you eat 1,000 less, so you're only eating 2,000 calories a day consistently, you should lose about 2 pounds a week. Okay, you'll run into walls and plateaus after a while, but this is just the basics of this, guys. So you need to figure out, first of all, your calorie maintenance level by one of those online calculators. Then you need to figure out how much weight you want to lose per week. 1 pound, 2 pounds, then you'll know how much to drop your calories by. I'm making these videos because I believe that some people are willing to do what it takes, which is really not a lot in my opinion, but they just don't know how. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is really the key factor here. You need to know how it works and why it works in order to stay motivated and keep doing it and doing it right. So how do you know if you're in a deficit? How do you make sure? You have to track your calories. You have to track everything you eat, and at the end of the day, when you tracked everything you eat, and let's say you're trying to get in 2,500 calories a day, you're in a 500 calorie deficit. At the end of the day, if you're at 2,300 calories, you can only afford 200 more. Once you hit 2,500 calories for the day, you're done eating. Okay? If you track rather than just try to eyeball stuff, like if you weigh stuff out instead of just eyeballing it and say, oh, that looks like about 8 ounces, or that looks like a pound and a half, or whatever. If you track, you know you're in a deficit. You know that's what you're getting in, and you know that it's going to work. If you eyeball it, you could be off by quite a bit, especially if you've never done this before. So don't eyeball it. Get a food scale, and start learning how to weigh your food out and track all your calories. You'll need a food scale if you want to do it right and want to do it properly. And you'll need some kind of app like MyFitnessPal, calorie tracker. MyFitnessPal makes it really, really easy, guys. You can scan labels and barcodes, and it'll show all the information, all the calories and nutrients and stuff like that. So that's the basics. You need to understand how this works. This is just an intro video, guys, but the basics are: find your maintenance level, make sure you're in a deficit, and by tracking your foods and what you eat every day, and you will lose weight. It'll take time, but step on the scale once a week, every other week, or whatever. Give it a month, give it a month and a half, give it 2 months, whatever. But if you stick to your caloric deficit, you will absolutely, I promise you will lose weight. And then as time goes on, you run into walls and plateaus with it. That's another subject, another video, but there's ways around that too. So just wanted to give you guys this intro video, and there will be more videos to come. I will get into more depth about tracking macros and stuff like that. But I hope you guys liked the video, and give a comment or hit the like button if you liked it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. Right now I'm just starting the channel, so I can't imagine there's going to be too many. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.